Hey.
What is your name, role, and what are your responsibilities?
I'm Brennan Lin. I am the VP of the AFM department. I basically oversee the accountant and treasurer, and I'm active as the budget controller.
During our first debrief session, you said, people didn't want to move. We were so stuck being in certain groups, everyone had their own thing, in reference to our coalition phase. Do you think we've grown from this?
Yeah, I feel like we've definitely grown as a company. You know, during that part, we were just forming our coalitions, and no one really wanted to go from their ideas. But once we got into coalitions, I felt like we were still divided as a company. But right after the job fair, we really came together as an entire group, and I feel like there's a buzz in the classroom every day.
My name is Colleen Kazanjian. I'm the VP of Communications, and my responsibilities include overseeing the Communications Division.
As VP of Communications, what was it like taking on this role? Was it what you expected it to be?
What I think is interesting about taking this role is that during the executive elections, I actually really wanted VP of Business because I've always been very entrepreneurial mindset for myself, and those have been the kind of business courses I've been interested in. But our Professor Eric said that maybe VP of Communications would be a good fit for me, so I ran, got elected, and it's really been awesome. I really enjoy the organizational aspect, and I have a great team working with me that I'm super thankful for. So I honestly couldn't even see myself running the business division right now. Whitney's doing such a great job.
My name is Whitney King, and I am the VP of Business for our company. And that means I oversee all the production and selling of the product, as well as the marketing and fundraising operations.
The business division has a lot going on most of the time, from sweatshirt design to selling to fundraising. How has it been maintaining a balance of motivation for your team within the several different events throughout the semester?
Obviously, working with a big team can be more difficult. But I think what has allowed us to be really successful is from day one, my goal was just to get everyone behind the same vision and the same goal. And that, I think, has truly allowed us to succeed in everything we've done so far. Each person had their own roles and their own responsibilities, and we all knew what everyone was strong at and wanted to do. And so allowing them to kind of go off and succeed on their own and then come back and collaborate, that is truly what's been our strength as a team.
I'm Jess Ryan, I'm the Vice President of Service, and some of my responsibilities deal with overseeing the service department, as well as any of the service project events that we have at Summit Early Learning, and making sure they go smoothly and that the external stakeholders at Summit are satisfied with our work there, and also communicating with Betty Scott from Summit as well.
All right, so what did you guys do today?
We put topsoil down for grass.
Yep. How do you guys feel about it?
It was great.
Great.
Good to interact with some kids, see their happy faces.
It was really fun. For my babysitting services for free.
Perfect. As the VP of Service, why Summit Early Learning? What motivated you to take on the project and really fight for it on our decision days?
So since I was a part of the Summit Early Learning Coalition, I've really been a part of growing the service plan for Summit Early Learning from the very start. So I think getting to see the place originally back in September, I would say, it was really cool to see what actual work we would be doing there. And so with our small coalition team, we really fought for this plan because we were actually able to see the work that we would have been doing. And so meeting with Betty Scott from Summit, we were from the start able to see where could we grow on this project, and seeing it from the very beginning and then growing it to now. It started in their original request for just a few coats of paint here and there. And so now we've really developed that to doing exterior work and more work around the building. So it's been really cool to see that develop so much and see the possibilities from just a small team and coalitions to now our whole company as well as Company C. having over 50 students do this together, it's been a really cool process to see that develop.
Just remember to sit up straight because it'll look better on the camera.
Okay. Okay.
Some people have been stuck.
Okay. I'm good. Okay. Okay. Did you see me sit up? Because I remembered Colleen's comment. Okay, sorry. So I'm Dora Kreitzer. I'm the Director of Service for Company A. My main job responsibilities have been started with coordinating with Company C, and have since added roles of being in PR and kind of logistics management with our scheduling, so kind of a catch-all for whatever the service department needs.
How has the service team tried to create a sense of community responsibility within the company in order to achieve the goals that we want with summer early learning?
I think we kind of hoped that a lot of people would already be coming in with a sense of community responsibility. You know, we had a strong vote for Summit, and I think when we were in R&D teams and coalitions, there was a big push for working somehow with kids and working somehow with education. So we knew that it was a topic people were already passionate about. And then on days of service, you know, we've had service reps bringing speakers. Kim brought donuts on that big 6-hour painting day, just trying to make people excited to be there and want to work hard while they're there. I do think we should have done more to kind of incentivize that. That was something that we didn't think of until later, and I think we could have done better at making people, you know, feel a sense of responsibility for the outcomes at Summit. I would say people are still putting in a lot of effort, but I would say a lot of it is they want to work hard while they're there, but don't really, it's that extra step that I think has fallen a lot on service that I think our company isn't necessarily making, but that is a lot to expect. But maybe we could have done more to get people to be willing to step up, like that Sunday when we needed extra hands. The group chat was pretty much silent, so I think getting more people to recognize that this is a group project and that if you're free, trying to be willing to step up will be helpful.
My name is Kim Magnata. I'm the indoor manager for Company A, and my responsibilities for this position were ensuring that any indoor operation at Summit Early Learning was accounted for properly.
Having played a large role in the opposing coalition phase, how is it to switch your focus to a new organization, having dedicated so much time and resources to a different coalition? Was it hard to change your motivation?
It was definitely difficult at first. I remember coming in after that class when Mount Carmel was not picked as our group and feeling kind of deflated. I had fought hard for Mount Carmel and it hurt to not see that go through. However, I was aware of the fact that our team had chosen a different route, and as a result, it was my responsibility to step up and be all in with that team.
You were one of the first advocates for not electing a CEO for the company. Why was that?
I think a reason I didn't want to have a CEO for this company was because right off the bat, I could tell we were different and we had this special energy to us. And just because every other company is more than only a handful had not had CEOs before, I thought that would be a cool direction for us to take. I didn't want to have this whole groupthink of just because every other company's done it, we have to do it too. And I think the whole process of us not having a CEO has put us on this great trajectory. The executive team has been really great at communicating what's going on within the other divisions, and our chief of staff, Lauren, has done a phenomenal job of getting that communicated out to the entire company.
I'm Lauren Grandin. I'm the Chief of Staff, and I'm the designated liaison between the company, the TAs, the board. I take attendance every day in class. I set the goals for each of the divisions, and I send out reminders in the group me and through emails.
How have your experiences been as the Chief of Staff? And do you think it's a big responsibility because there's no CEO? Do you think that was the right decision in the long run for us to not have a CEO? Because I feel like it's a pretty big decision for our company.
Definitely. I think not having the CEO and being the Chief of Staff, it's made this a bigger role than it has been in the past. I know looking at some of the binders, it's been obviously a big role, but I feel like I've taken on a lot more than previous Chief of Staffs. I think that not having a CEO for our company has been great. I think that I've taken on some of the roles that the CEO normally would, like creating the attendance, creating the agenda for each day, It's been great. I mean, I think, like I said, it's been a really good decision for us to keep that out.
For sure. Is there anyone you might want to shout out? Briefly tell us why.
I'm gonna give a shout out to Stanley. He's been great at keeping the company happy. The music has been awesome. He's just really trying to make sure everyone's happy and doing well, both in the HR division and the entire company.
What is my name and role? Okay, so my name is Stanley. I work for the HRM, and my title is the Time and Scheduling Director.
What inspires your music selection for class?
It's actually quite easy, right? If you think about the music selection as an optimization problem, you formulate the question most people will do is, what music can you play that everyone will like? But it's probably a very infeasible problem. If you reverse the equation and turn the question into, what can I play that nobody will hate? That's a much easier problem to solve, jazz music, right? Yeah.
Hi, I'm Kylie. I am the Quality of Work-Life Director and PE Survey Director. I make the PE surveys and the Quality of Work-Life surveys, so I make sure that everyone is feeling that they have a sense of community within their divisions and that they are on task. And if there's any problems within their division, or if they need any help with their work, that I will be there to help them.
Specifically to the Quality Work-Life and PE survey process, what have been some of the biggest challenges, and would you have made any changes moving forward into the secondary rounds of surveys?
I think it's definitely hard because there are a lot of questions and a lot of forms going out, and it's definitely frustrating going through each one and answering each question individually, but in the long run, they are helping our whole management team work together and get to know each of us better and understand our positions better and what we can do to improve as a division. I think going forward, definitely just getting the PE surveys and QWL surveys out earlier so that everyone has enough time to get them done, because as everyone has so many things going on, it's kind of hard to get all of those questions done in a day or two. So.
My name is Edward. My role is the sales manager, and I was in charge of sales procedure, assigning dates to everyone who have to go sale. I also helped out organize product, and I also did some math with our net income.
When sales started to take off, how did the business division work through the chaos to stay on track with the company's goals?
Grace was really good at telling people everyone, just the greeters, the AFM, just knowing the entire procedure really well, and writing it down for her, I think also helped her out, where we as a business division were able to assign certain roles to everyone, even on the spot. We're like, all right now we need people to put on the stickers on the tracking form, or right now we just need people to essentially greet people and write down their names, their emails, and their phone numbers.
I'm Caroline Marcus. I'm the design and advertising manager, and I first originally made the design of the sweatshirt, and then I've been working on the marketing, especially on the Instagram, and growing that and really reaching to the Bucknell community and also the Lewisburg community.
What was the design process like, and what did you try to do to make our sweatshirts stand out compared to other companies?
So the design process took a while, and we had multiple surveys to determine our final design. And I think what really mattered to us was what the company thought about the sweatshirt, and we wanted to make a design that really supported what we wanted to do as a company. So in the end, our design was something that related not only to Bucknell, but also our service project.
My role in the company is Chief of Fundraising, and that entails setting up the fundraising events, the online campaign, organizing it all and setting it all up, like I said, and just kind of hoping the company raise money for Summit.
Where most of the money comes from is kids don't want to spend
$100 of their own money for a random cause.
Awesome. During the company debrief, you mentioned the fact that the biggest thing for us was visiting early, referencing Summit Early Learning. What did you see on that visit that compelled you to fight for the project early on?
Yeah, so when I was in middle school, 2 summers I spent volunteering at my preschool. So I have kind of like an idea, I guess, of the preschool environment. And when I visited Summit, it was just so different. Like it was like the insides were really deteriorating. It wasn't like a healthy looking environment. And when I saw that and comparing to the preschool I went to and volunteered at, I was like, wow, the kids must not, like they don't even understand. So it was like they're like not in a healthy or like honestly like positive environment. It's just so run down. I like really maybe like passionate to like want to fix it and help it. And so then it became like I really wanted our company to do that service project.
My name's Alina Kelly. I'm the operating plan redesign and outcomes co-manager, and my main responsibility, I would say, is working with Bia, who's the other co-manager, to finalize the final binder report and the operating plans.
What is something that you found to be the most helpful to you while you were working on putting together the final OPRO report?
I think something that's been very helpful to me is having Bia as my co-manager, because we've been able to collaborate and come up with stuff together. And since I'm not very creative on my own, it's been helpful having her there to help me like come up with ideas so we can create a good format overall.
My name is Bia Rakowski. I'm the co-OPRO manager, and we're responsible for putting together the binder, editing all the deliverables, and pretty much putting everything together for communications.
Would you say that the final OPRO report and binder have been your biggest accomplishment in the class, or are there any other projects that you've taken a lot of pride in?
The binder and the OPRO is definitely going to be an accomplishment, but we were very proud of our operating plans presentation because Professor Martin did say that it was one of the best he's seen, and we were very proud of that.
I'm Ollie Rodriguez, and my role was the Resource and Materials Director. Some of my responsibilities included getting the numbers of how much our materials will cost, what resources we have access to, and getting basically the specifics so that we can work with FM significantly easier.
Has it been difficult to adapt to service plans that don't go according to plan? And how has that affected efficiency in the service department?
While it not going to plan can be very frustrating, our team has constantly been professional during these moments. We have constantly learned to adapt to every single possible mistake and have generally overall been very solid with our work. For example, one of the things that went wrong the other day was that we used the wrong type of materials for a specific project. I believe it was a bookshelf. And we simply kept going, moved on, and then started all over again.
My name's Zane Zalaki. I'm co-project manager, and I oversee a lot of the outdoor service operations. I handle a lot of supplies that go into the service operations, getting them, making sure they get to Summit, and just overseeing the processes in general and scheduling them, organizing them.
As a project manager, has there been any challenges in terms of getting people to get on board with the service team's mission?
Everyone's been pretty willing to get on board. There haven't been many obstacles in the way of getting the willingness of people to work, but I'd say if there were any challenges, it would be maybe showing someone with less experience in the type of work we're doing how to do the work, but other than that, it's gone pretty well.
My name is Tristan Ahn. I'm the head of video editing and photography. What's our position?
Videographer and editorial manager.
All right. And what I do is basically I take videos. I'm in charge of the interviews and setting up for it. I'm in charge of editing and generally having an overall outline of the company video.
As someone who's been shooting behind the scenes pretty much since day one, what about this particular company inspired your vision for the video?
So basically, since day one, I knew that I had an interest in taking a video for the company video, so I didn't want to do an approach that a lot of other companies have done in the past, which is doing a very comedic approach, like following the Office theme, but I wanted to do a documentary style video that is a little more professional and that other companies haven't really done in the past. And I want to just incorporate a video that my classmates could take to put in their resume or portfolios, stuff like that.
My name is Grace Kim, and I'm the product manager. As product manager, I was the primary liaison with Jordana Adams, and I was in charge of setting up the inventory process procedure.
Do you think the collaboration with Jordana Adams reflected what the company's mission is?
I think yes, very much, just because Jordana Adams is a local boutique located downtown, and us working with Summit Early Learning too, I think having the sweatshirt reflect that as well really ties in. The company's goal is to stay local. The fact that Jordana Adams has their logo and printed within our hoodie kind of just reminds us like, hey, we didn't go with custom ink, like we decided to stay local and to support the local businesses downtown.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
What has been your favorite experience?
My favorite experience was probably, well, one of my favorite experiences was probably visiting Summit, not for the first time, but for the second time for my service. The first time I was able to work. Hey.
All right, we'll just do that one
One more time.
Poor Will, this is the longest dinner.
No, it's fine.
What has been your favorite experience?
I think my favorite experience was going to Summit for the second time for my service. The first time I did like a lot of landscaping and stuff, but the second time I was actually working on the sand pit, and it was during the week, so the kids were actually there, and so we were outside during their like little recess time, so it was really funny to just see all the kids, and it actually meant it was like a lot more meaningful once I was able to like see the kids and like see who were actually doing this whole project for, and I just thought that was the most meaningful experience for me so far.
I'm John Wallace. Sorry, I really wanted to say yours truly is a bit. But I'm the business finance officer, business team.
My name is Shane Bell. I'm the treasurer of the AFM department, and my responsibilities are collecting receipts, doing any accounting work that I need to, communicating with service to make sure that they're staying within the budget, all that good stuff as the treasurer.
How has your experience in Management 101 been?
So coming into this class, I was had a bad attitude towards it. It met 5 days a week, but as soon as I stepped in, I made immediate connections, and it just made it really fun, and I look forward to going to class every single day now. So yeah, it's been a great experience for me.
How have you managed the processing of Company A's budget?
So basically, we just communicate with service with everything just to make sure that we know what they're buying before they're actually buying it, so if it's within the budget. Unless something quick pops up, like paint or something at Summit. But yeah, so we just communicate with service, and then we just record it within the budget and make sure nothing's overflowing.
As operation plans took off, how has the AFM department worked through the chaos?
So operating plans took place during sales period, so it's been a very busy week for us. But at the same time, we've been slowly grinding the operating plans out. As whenever other people are doing recording, some of us are doing the operating plans and vice versa. So it makes it pretty easy for us.
Thank you.
My name is Carly Bullock, and I'm the Company A teaching assistant. My favorite part about Management 101 is watching a group of students just walk into a classroom not knowing each other, and throughout the entire semester, bonding, connecting, building a community around this main idea, and at the end of the semester, they're very close. These relationships always last throughout their whole time at Bucknell, and I think it's just amazing.
How have you observed the different personalities come together to work as one company? And have you noticed any group dynamics cause challenges?
I think that it is difficult at first when you kind of start the class and you're in these R&D groups. You get super close with everyone off the bat, and then we change it right up and ask you to go into coalitions and work with different people. I think that that's definitely a big transition in terms of the group dynamic and just learning how to work with different people's styles and trying to, again, develop that community around a certain idea with different groups of people. I think it's really difficult.
If you ever find yourself stuck in the middle of the sea, I'll sail the world to find you. If you ever find yourself lost in the dark and you can't see, I'll be the light to guide you. Find out what we're made of when we are called to help our friends in need. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you. that's what friends are supposed to do, oh yeah. Ooh, ooh, yeah. If you're tossing and you're turning and you just can't fall asleep, I'll sing a song beside you. And if you ever forget how much you really mean to me, every day I will remind you.
These are good. Zach Natural.
Find out what we're made of when we are called to help our friends in need. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do, oh yeah. Ooh, yeah, yeah. You'll always have my shoulder when you cry.
The rooms look so clean.
I'll never let go, never say goodbye. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do, oh yeah. Ooh, ooh. You can count on me 'cause I can count on you.
Our sweatshirts that we actually eventually sold out, but we were selling them last week, and so we wanted to give you one for all of everything and keeping up with us and all of the kids and everything. So we just wanted to thank you so much.
I just said I need to order one.
Thank
you
yeah,
very
we
much.
just thought, yeah. But yeah, we just want to thank you for everything. I mean, keeping up with all of the 50 kids and everybody emailing you and texting and calling and everything. But you've been so great throughout this whole process. But thank you so much.
Thank you all for really everything. It's kind of amazing. I stopped by yesterday for the first time and I saw everything just to do a little walkthrough before, today, and I was like amazed how much you all did. So this is the first time I was over, and yeah, I'm super proud of, just the partnership. I supervise Betty, so she's been keeping me in the loop, and she just had a blast working with all of you, and yeah, it came together so well. We're so excited. We just really, really appreciate it. Thanks.
Thank you so much.
So Summit would like to thank Company A and Company C both for all their hard work, and along with their hard work, what was noticed every time that they participated in a project here was their hearts. And we're very grateful that your concern was to make things better for our kids and for our families. I will miss our early mornings and late evenings together, so thank you.